I'm on Shovel here with a continent named Coma. How was the show? What's going through your head?
Show was absolutely amazing. What's going through my head is that I'm tired. I'm sleepy, and I think I need some food.
Yeah, food's good. You know, I broke the strap on my bass.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah. What? Things went wrong for me on a technical level, but you know what? We ball, and we just kind of made it work, and it was a ton of fun. Everybody had fun. You had fun?
I had a great time.
Good.
Had a great time. Honored to have played with Frail Body with two of my bands, and just to get to double set at the Underground, it's always an honor. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, echoing that, playing two sets with one of my favorite bands, Frail Body, is just such an honor. Been trying to play with them since like 2020, but like things haven't aligned until now, so I was just like very happy that we finally got to make that happen and make homies with them.
Awesome. Only using artists or musicians, what is your guys' dream blunt rotation?
All right. I'm gonna say Johnny from State Faults. He's a hilarious dude. Yeah.
The Blood Brothers. I would love to smoke with the Blood Brothers. That would be cool.
Assuming this is a melting pot and all our ideas come together, and this is the whole blunt rotation is what everything we say, right? Thundercat.
That's probably the best answer we've had ever.
I'd probably say Omar Rodriguez Lopez from Mars Volta at the drive-in. Sure, yeah, I'd smoke hella weed with him. He's probably sober now, though. I don't know.
Probably. And out of all your guys' music, what's your favorite genre or favorite lyric?
All right, my favorite lyric, one from a song that we're putting out really soon here, is "The contempt I've seen from you and your contemporaries undermines your empathy."
Yeah,
talking about people who, of a particular large religion that exists worldwide, where their hatred for people overshadows the call from their religion to love everyone, and that's dog shit.
So we talk about that a lot. We talk about that one a lot, and that line comes up all the time. I think that's all of our favorite line. That is all of our favorite line, absolutely.
I got to give it to Jake. He's probably right. If I have to name another one, gun to my head, it's one of the earlier songs we released called "No Longer," and the lyric goes "In reverie, no longer," just kind of a chant.
Yeah, I'm going with what them two said. That's all I got.
Hell yeah. How do you guys define good music?
Good music has to either come from the heart. It has to be honest and true to the person that is making that music, or alternatively, it has to achieve the goal that it's coming out for. For example, I love Carly Rae Jepsen, and the album Emotion's fantastic. It does exactly what it needs to do for me. So it's either got to be truthful or seeking to do something specific.
Yeah, absolutely. Authenticity is very, very key. But, art is so subjective that, for everything that I don't like, there's 100 people that love it, and it means something to them. So even though it doesn't mean something to me, every single thing that you hear isn't supposed to mean something to you. But I think authenticity is important. And, I like my trash that has no point, too, sometimes. Sometimes you just want some candy. So, I think whatever you like is good. And whatever you don't like, you don't have to like it. No big deal.
Yeah, they kind of echoed the point pretty well themselves, but if I were to add to it, I would just say if it elicits the emotion that you're trying to elicit with the song, that is good music. That's all I got.
Yeah, I like music that's very emotional and raw, and like you can tell that they're like putting their all into it. Their entire heart goes into it and things like that. It doesn't always have to be like that, but I tend to gravitate towards music that's very like emotionally raw and dense. And like Frail Body is a great example of that. All their music is very emotionally dense, and I just like I don't know. I feel what they're doing a lot more than like someone that's just like making music to make music, But I feel like we're all kind of doing our own thing, and like if it's good, it's good,
Who are your favorite local post-hardcore bands?
All right, I don't know if they're post-hardcore, but the one that has been on my mind, and every time I see them, it's just unreal, is got to be Police State.
Great answer.
Yeah, they have only been getting better, and they started at a place that was unbelievable already. So I don't know where they go from here, but it's only up.
Oh, that's a great answer. There's so many post-hardcore elements in a ton of these bands, but like even just a ton of our friends' bands are just absolutely killing it, doing so great. I have a lot of post-hardcore. Bite the Hand is doing amazing. Live Longer, Burn Everything is easily my favorite band because I'm not in that one. I love that band so much. But you know, post-hardcore as we know it now has been around for a couple decades, so pretty much anybody that's going to play aggressive music is probably going to have a little bit of that in whatever kind of genre they're working with. So I think, you know, those bands are killing it right now. Death.gov, it's got some post-hardcore to them. They're killing it right now. So it's a great time. It's a great time for a lot of anything hardcore adjacent.
Mine's only kind of post-hardcore, more screamo, but I'm going to go with Pneumonia.
Oh yeah. Closest I can get to post-hardcore. Been really fucking with Journal lately. Who else? Not really post-hardcore or screamo, but Conniption Pit, and also Ugly from Prescott. They're more like a sludge type thing, but they definitely need a lot more love. They're so good. And then if I'm gonna go like a little more post-hardcore, Washed from Flagstaff.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Now, who's the freakiest in the scene?
The freakiest. Ugly. I couldn't. My jaw was on the floor watching them. I just couldn't comprehend what was happening, and it was amazing.
I'm going to say us. We're pretty freaky.
Freaky deaky, baby.
I mean, you know.
A common name, Freaky.
Yeah, absolutely. We like to bring out. I don't want to say we're the freakiest, but we're up there. Definitely.
I got to give a little love to Death.gov. Those folks get down. They're pretty freaky.
I'm gonna give it to Garnack. Garnack is very freaky, but I love them. They're the homies.
Hell yeah. Do you guys have any upcoming projects you want to share?
We're releasing a song called "All the Real Cowboys Are Dead." I don't remember our release date. The 26th of this month. 26th of this month being July. We're releasing that song on the 15th. If you want to catch it a little bit earlier, it is going to be on Bandcamp in a compilation from Stay Tough Records and I Hate Scrams. It's going to be 10 U.S. bands, 10 Japanese bands. It's going to be released here and in Japan. I don't remember what the compilation's called off the top of my head. But be on the lookout. So that's what we have in the pipeline next.
Yeah. We have a couple more shows locally, I think, over the next couple months, so we'll be playing again a couple times. I'm involved.
Either way, it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm involved in a project called Shadow Self, which is dropping pretty soon. We'll play our first show next month, and then we'll see what Continent's gonna get up to. And as soon as they, bang my line, I'm gonna come play some bass for them. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So Continent's got a few shows lined up through the rest of summer, the end of summer, and a single and a few songs that'll follow later this year. Beyond that, with my other projects, I got Live Longer, Burn Everything. That's going to be playing shows the rest of this year. We're going to be playing some out of state. That should be exciting. And I have a third band called Malaise that has a single coming out on the 19th of July, and more singles to follow after that. So I'm staying pretty busy.
Fuck yeah. So yeah, Coma's got shows and songs coming out. Live Longer also has shows and songs coming out soon. Just be on the lookout for that. I also am starting a secret emo violence project, so be on the lookout for that when it drops. But that's all I can really say on that. Oh, and also I do a ton of graphic design, so hit me up on Instagram if you need. Punk Rock Eagle Scout.
Hit him up. And final question, what is the craziest thing you've ever seen in a mosh pit?
Craziest thing I ever saw in a mosh pit. I saw a dude with a broken arm. He had a whole cast going on. He moshing around doing his thing and went off to the side, and from the inside of his cast pulled out a pipe, hit it, was just doing that, put it back in, and then went back into the pit. It was absolutely bonkers. I couldn't help but just man's a fucking hero. I don't even know if it was still cherried. It could have been burning his hand. What the fuck is going on with that?
That's crazy. I haven't heard that one.
The first one that comes to mind, we played Olympia, Washington while we were on tour last year. And that was a particularly violent pit. We had some fun pits that whole entire tour. But that pit, there was a particular concert goer, a little bit larger than all of us. And they just one after another, just bam, bam, took out like 5 of our touring party. Like almost everyone in the band got touched during that set, and I've never seen that. We all just got tagged in some kind of way.
Fucking freight train.
They own that night, absolutely.
For me, I thought a little bit, nothing too crazy in like real mosh pits, but back in the day, if you used to go to what they called Cricket Pavilion back in the day, I don't fucking know what they call it now. If you were back in the far back, like the general admission grass area, people would set fires just randomly, and they'd have a fire hose like putting them out randomly. So you just, people setting shit on fire and dancing around it and moshing around it and shit, something like that.
I can't think of anything like too wild as of recent, but like I saw a show at the Nile back in like 2011 or 12. It was like one of the All Stars tours, I think. One of like giant fucking like fest type show, a lot of like metalcore and post hardcore stuff. But I watched some dude get his arm completely broken during a pit, during like a fucking deathcore band. I was just like looked over and the people going crazy, and then like this one dude just like had his arm out, and someone else just came up and like did that, and I saw it break. And that was fucking weird. I never witnessed that before, so that was probably the craziest thing I've seen in a pit. Especially because like you shouldn't be doing that. Like that's fucked up.
Fucking insane. Well, I'm on shuffle with a continent named Coma, and we're out of here.